A couple of months ago, I was looking at some desk files, and I came across a document that was written in 1994 by Principal William H. Colbeck, and it was titled, "The Vision for Hillcrest Lutheran Academy in the 21st Century." And he'd prepared it for the Lutheran Brethren Schools Board of Education. And in that document, Mr. Colbeck identified a primary goal to enroll 200 students by the year 2000. And he also identified these following steps that were necessary to accomplish the goal. First, Hillcrest would need to take over the Sleda Strum dormitory. Number two, Hillcrest would need to add 7th and 8th grade to our campus. Number three, Hillcrest would need to take over the CLB Publishing Company building. Number four, Hillcrest would need a new gymnasium and updated classroom facilities. And then lastly, Hillcrest would need to complete the renovation of the old castle. And Bill also mentioned in that document the Brue Memorial, or the Brue Media Center, as a necessary facility for additional classroom space that would be needed. And he also shared the need for a strong development office. But the one big missing link to all of this being accomplished, in my opinion, was the reorganization and the restructuring of a school under a new governing board solely responsible for the ministry of Hillcrest Lutheran Academy. And so by adding that essential element to the list, that leadership vision back in 1994 for the 21st century is very close to realization. And I want you all to know how valuable the Hillcrest Board of Directors has been in this exciting challenge of carrying out such a vision. And then you add to that the hundreds of committed donors who have participated financially to see that vision realized. Many of you are here today. These two impressive dynamics: first, a focused Hillcrest board, and secondly, an engaged network of committed supporters, have helped to create a contagious energy on this campus for growth and for improvement. And it's been a challenging but fun and rewarding ride. Someone just asked me what I enjoyed the most about my time at Hillcrest. Well, obviously, it's been the students and equipping them, that equipping that takes place here. And I've been blessed year after year to hear that students, when they come to Hillcrest, come to saving faith in Jesus Christ. And I share those testimonies with alumni that I meet, and their eyes begin to water. And then some of those alumni tell me that they too had that same experience. And that's been another enjoyable part of my time here. Meeting and reconnecting with alumni, finding that our common high school experience unites each one of us in a very special and unique kind of way. Not just our classmates, but across all decades. I've made new friends, learned about your lives, brought you up to speed on our alma mater. I've seen God's provision through you as you've gladly and sacrificially supported the improvement projects of the last couple of decades. So it's really been a privilege for me to work at Hillcrest, and I mean that. My personal story is tied to Hillcrest ever since I was a child. For me, for my wife Linda, for our children, our siblings, all of our nieces and nephews, and even our moms. It's helped us to shape our faith, our friendships. Our career choices, our core values. And you're here this morning because it's also defined something in you. And we get to laugh, and we get to remember all the silly and stupid stuff we did. And if you don't have anything to talk about at your tables, try this. What are two most embarrassing things you are remembered for while you attended Hillcrest? And those embarrassing, silly, and stupid memories, they're part of who we are, what we cherish, and how it all ties into who God is, what He's done for us, and what He'll continue to do with our lives. And yes, we've moved on. Hillcrest isn't the end in itself. Probably all of us can breathe a sigh of relief on that one. Thank God it wasn't the end. But it was and is something that is worth keeping and investing in and improving, because I believe that God has willed its existence. And as long as it remains a faithful proclaimer of God's word, as long as it shares the good news that is true, and that lasting life is found in a relationship with Jesus Christ, God wills it to exist. I know that Hillcrest will continue to be used for the glory of God in its mission of equipping students for a life of eternal significance. I've been privileged to work with Jeff Isaac for over 10 years, with our other administrative members, instructors, and staff. Hillcrest is a great school, thanks to these committed professionals. I also trust that the Hillcrest Lutheran Academy Board of Directors will lead this time of transition well. I strongly support their decision to call an interim president while the formal search process begins. And they called the right leader. I need to remind you, President Joel, that I agreed to serve for 5 years when called to serve as Hillcrest principal in 1998. That's 18 years ago. You've been called for 1. You better read the fine print. To you, Jeff and Brad and Todd and Joel, Hillcrest faculty, staff members, God's wisdom and strength be yours in these exciting days and years ahead. We, as Hillcrest Lutheran Academy alumni, will support this school and support you with our encouragement and our prayers. God bless each of us here today in our ongoing fellowship throughout this weekend. God bless the class of 2016 as he goes with the 44 seniors who will graduate tomorrow. And God bless the ongoing ministry of Hillcrest Lutheran Academy for his glory. Thank you.